In this video, I'll discuss when you should cut your losses when trading binary options. So most binary options traders lose not because of bad strategies, but because they don't know when to walk away from a trading session. So today, I'm going to show you exactly when to cut your losses in a binary options trading session before your emotions take over and you lose all of your money and your account takes a real hit. So let's get right into it. So first off, why should you cut your losses? So binary options are brutal sometimes, right? You either win or you lose in sometimes seconds. And unlike spot forex or stocks, there's no holding. So that's why letting losses run emotionally or mentally is far more dangerous. So one bad session can undo 10 good ones. So let me show you how to avoid that. So let me go over some signs of when you should cut your loss. So you should probably cut your loss. The first sign is there are over 3 consecutive losses. So if you have 3 or more trades in a row and your setups didn't change, just stop your trading session, take a walk, and maybe go back later, but best to just come back another day, okay? So that, I mean, when you lose 3 trades in a row, that could just be market conditions just being very unfavorable, okay? Or maybe you're just out of sync. So it's time to walk away, take a reset, okay? Another sign is you lose 6 to 10% of your total funds in a session. So set a loss that you'd be comfortable with. Like if you have a higher risk tolerance, set it higher. But if you have a lower risk tolerance, set it lower. Like if you have a lower risk tolerance, set it at 4 to 6%. The higher, 10 to 12%. I like the 6 to 10% range. So if you lose 6 to 10%, just leave and come back another day, because you really don't want to blow up your account, because if you go above that, then you lose too much money, especially if you have tens of thousands of dollars or more of that in your account, okay? And you definitely don't want to be revenge trading or overthinking. So if you feel that you're revenge trading, right, you re-enter immediately after a loss, right? You're basically just gambling now. So cut the session and walk out for at least a minimum of 1 hour, okay? And especially if you're in an increased emotional state, so if you're angry, frustrated, trying to win it back, it doesn't even have to be about trading. If you're angry or frustrated around another topic in your life, right, then it's best to just walk away and come back at another time. That's what the pros do. They just stop, they walk out, and maybe they'll come back another time when they're more stable, okay? So my favorite method to use when I'm deciding if I should walk or not is the 3-strike rule. So 3 losses in a row, or if I hit my loss limit, or if the first sign if my emotions really get involved, okay? So any of these signs, strike, and the session ends. Okay, it's that simple, okay? So what should you do really after a bad session? So losing is part of trading, okay? Losing is part, you gotta get used to that. Losing is part of trading. It's gonna happen some days, unfortunately, okay? It could be 20% of the days, it could be 30% of the days, it could be 40% of the days, okay? Hopefully it's on the lower end. But what do you do after losing makes or breaks your career? Because losing could mean the end of your trading career, right? So what you should do is you should always journal every trade, okay? Journal every trade. What did you feel? And if possible, try to journal what you felt for the whole session, how you think the session went, okay? And definitely try to re-watch your charts calmly in a no-pressure environment when you're not trading. Just like go back to the charts, see what happened during the day, okay? And wait for the next session. So don't try to recover your losses immediately, right? The market doesn't care about your feelings, but your plan should, okay? So never really revenge trade to make back your money. It won't end up well, okay? The most dangerous trader is the one who doesn't know when to stop. So be the opposite, be strategic, and if you want to trade binary options smartly, my favorite platform is Pocket Option, and you can get a 50% welcome bonus on Pocket Option when you go over to becoin.net. Okay, and yeah, so just be smart when you're trading. Be strategic. Don't let too many emotions rule you over, and use the 3-strike rule that I use, and you should be golden. Happy trading.